Yeah, I want you at the podium. What exactly are you wearing?
I'm sorry.
You look like you have a swimsuit on to me.
No, it's not a swimsuit, and I did not know this was a court day. I just told the lady back there that I'm not dressed properly for court at all.
Really? Yes, you are not. I agree with that 100%. That's very insulting to me that you would come into my courtroom dressed like that.
I apologize. I had no idea it was in as a visit and not a court date. So I was unaware that this was a court date. Because she wrote on the back of the car, a visit. So it was never said that this was a court date.
All right, this is case number 23CR40542, the state of Ohio versus Monique Smith. Ms. Smith, the court has received a report that alleges that you have violated the terms of your ILC. Officer, statement of the allegation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Smith has violated ILC condition number 1, and that on June 11th of 2025, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of OVI and 1 count of driving under suspension. This was in Middletown. And then on June 11th, the defendant pled guilty and was sentenced for another count of driving under suspension under a different case number, also in Middletown. On December 10th, 2024, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of driving under suspension, or under an OVI suspension under a case in Middletown. And on July 12th, 2024, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of driving under suspension. As well as ILC condition number 8, the defendant has failed to inform her probation officer of law enforcement contact after picking up a new OVI charge and another traffic offense on March 24th of 2025. Special condition number 16C, the defendant failed to complete drug or alcohol treatment as ordered on February 1st of 2024. Special condition 16D, the defendant has failed to complete mental health treatment as ordered on February 1st, 2024. Special condition 16E, to date, the defendant has failed to pay restitution in full as ordered on February 1st, 2024. And finally, special condition 16F, to date, the defendant has failed to obtain her GED as ordered on February 1st, 2024.
Ms. Smith, do you understand those allegations?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one for you. Do you have the funds to hire an attorney?
I do not.
Do you want me to appoint you one?
Yes, please.
Mr. Mall's handing you an affidavit of indigency that you need to sign.
Okay. Right? Above my name.
Why is she not in custody?
Your Honor, Ms. Smith, despite her non-compliance with court orders, she has continued to drug test negative, and she has appeared for order to reports after they were issued.
Thank you. All right, the court will find that you're indigent for the purposes of retaining counsel. The court will appoint attorney Roger Bouchard to represent you in this matter. Court finds that there's probable cause you have violated the terms of your ILC, and this matter is going to be set for final hearing. Ms. Smith, I don't know what you expect. Looking at your record, this isn't your first contact with the court, but I'm not sure what you've expected or what you have done in other courtrooms, but this is very different. I'm going to hold you to what I ordered you to do.
Yes,
so
sir.
You owe significant amount in restitution.
It's $11,433.
You have been on ILC for over a year. You have not done anything, and you continue to break the law. The next time you appear before me, you better have a solid plan in place, or you are going into custody. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You owe $11,000 to the victim in this case. You don't seem to care that I've ordered you to do things. You come to court dressed very inappropriately, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know what your contact with the court has been in the past, but it's going to be different when you come in here to see me again. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Because the next time I see you, if you haven't done something, you are going into custody. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all. You step to the podium, please. This is case number 25CR42474, the state of Ohio versus Michaela Wells. Ms. Wells is before the court with her counsel, Mr. Niehaus, Ms. Tranter, on behalf of the state of Ohio. First off, Mr. Niehaus, with regard to your motion for intervention of conviction, the court is going to deny that motion. Ms. Tranter.
Your Honor, with the denial of that motion, it's my understanding that Ms. Wells is willing to change her plea to guilty this afternoon to a felony of 5th degree theft.
All right, Mr. Niehaus, is that accurate?
That is our
All
understanding.
right, Ms. Wells, you're telling me you're going to change your plea to the one count of the indictment. Before I get to your change of plea, I'm going to go over some things with you, okay?
Yes.
How old are you?
18.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
So you can read and write.
Yes.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you how the court would sentence you in this case?
No.
Is that this document says that you're entering a plea of guilty to one count of theft as a felony of the 5th degree. That carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison and a maximum fine of $1,000. The prison term is not mandatory. Do you understand the maximum penalty?
Yes.
Ms. Tranter?
On or about October 28th, 2024, Warren County, State of Ohio, the defendant, Michaela Wells, did with purpose to deprive the owner of property, knowingly exerted control over that property without their consent. This was a theft from Ulta Cosmetics in Deerfield Township. The amount of the merchandise was valued at $2,483.
Mr. Niehaus, anything on those facts?
Waive and stipulate, Your Honor.
Ms. Wells, did you hear the statement that she read?
Yes.
Do you admit and acknowledge what she said is true?
Yes.
And again, you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering a plea of guilty, the rights we discussed?
Yes.
What is your plea?
Guilty.
The court will make a finding then that you've made a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of your constitutional rights that we've discussed. The court accepts your plea of guilty, and based upon the statement of facts in your plea, the court will make a finding of guilty. Now, Ms. Wells, I know you didn't come down here today this was an ILC hearing, so I am going to allow Mr. Niehaus to schedule this at his convenience over the next several weeks. Now, just so that we're clear, you are 18 years old. You have theft charges pending in Butler County, Cuyahoga County. You're on probation in several counties for theft offenses. This is not a good start to your life, adult life, I should say, is it?
No.
So either you stop stealing or you're going to spend the rest of your life in and out of jail. And I don't know how to get through to you. I appreciate the fact that you were here on time. In fact, you were here early today. I told you last time you needed to be more respectful with regard to that, and you responded. But then you still tested positive for marijuana, which I told you were not allowed to use as a condition of
Let's
your bond.
pause here, because this is no longer about one missed appointment or one mistake. The court has just heard a string of alleged violations: new driving offenses, failure to report law enforcement contact, incomplete treatment, unpaid restitution, and even failure to obtain her GED. That pattern is exactly why the judge's patience is wearing thin. The question now is simple. Can she convince the court that she's finally ready to
Not
follow
allowed to use
through?
as a condition of your bond. Now, between the time between the time of now and the time that you come back for sentencing, there's a couple of things that I would recommend to you if you don't want to go to jail. Because quite frankly, I don't like people to come into my county and steal from other people. Have you ever had something stolen from you?
Yes.
It's not a very pleasant thing. Something that you own, that you've worked for, that you've earned is taken from you by someone who did not earn it. That's very bothersome to me. So, there's several $1,000s in restitution that's owed. If I were you and I didn't want to go into custody, I would do everything I could to get that restitution paid in full before I came back. And I'd stop smoking marijuana because the judge told me I wasn't allowed to do it. That's just me. You can make your choices. You're now an adult. But when you make bad choices, you understand there are consequences. We clear on this?
Yes.
All right. I'm just giving you some advice to maybe keep you from going into custody because, quite frankly, at this point in time of your life, you're not in juvenile court anymore. The consequences are more severe. And in this county, I will hold you to those consequences. Okay? I don't know what your experience is in Cuyahoga County where I don't know if they forget about you or what. I'm not going to forget. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Do what you got to do. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Case number 22CR39959, the State of Ohio versus Stephanie Hose. Ms. Hose before the court with her attorney, Mr. Swift. Ms. Tranter on behalf of the State of Ohio. Ms. Tranter.
Your Honor, it's my understanding Ms. Hose is going to be changing her plea this morning to count one of the indictment, felony of the forgery, felony of the 5th degree. State will ask for dismissal of count 2.
Mr. Swift, is that accurate?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Ms. Hose, you're telling me you're going to change your plea to the one count of the indictment. Before I get to your change of plea, I am required to go over some things with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I am 33 years old.
How far did you go in school?
I got to the ninth grade.
Can you read and write?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you how the court would sentence you in this case?
No, sir.
This document says you're entering a plea of guilty to one count of forgery as a felony of the 5th degree. That carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison and a maximum fine of $2,500. Do you understand the maximum penalty?
Yes.
Chanter?
Your Honor, in addition to the facts alleged in the indictment, this offense occurred November the 17th of 2022, Warren County, state of Ohio. On that date, the defendant, Ms. Hosa, did attempt to make a withdrawal from the victim's Fifth Third bank account using a fraudulent withdrawal slip and a stolen identification card.
Mr. Swift, anything on those facts?
Nothing.
Ms. Hose, did you hear the statement that was read?
Yes, sir.
Do you admit and acknowledge what she said is true?
Yes, sir.
And again, you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering a plea of guilty, those rights we discussed.
Yes, sir.
What is your plea?
Guilty.
Court will make a finding then that you've made a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of your constitutional rights that we've discussed. The court will accept your plea of guilty, and based upon the statement of facts in your plea, the court will make a finding of guilty. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation, Ms. Hose. We'll come back in a few weeks and do sentencing at that time.
Your Honor, can we be heard on the bond?
Sure.
I think Ms. Hose has some extenuating circumstances going on with her right now. I'll let her explain to the court why she didn't show up last April, what her current situation is, and she also just had a 2-month-old child. So, good job. Why you didn't show up first?
Okay, first, why I didn't show up. I lost my job. I lost everything. So I didn't have no means of transportation. So that was why I didn't show. That's why I wasn't able to show up. That has changed. I do receive Social Security. I receive $943 a month. I recently just received one of my checks. I get paid the 25th of every month. And what else was it?
Working in your housing.
Oh yes, I was.
Condition.
I was approved for housing. So right now I am supposed to be looking for housing, a 2-bedroom for my 2-month-old daughter. I am currently fighting for custody for her in Hamilton County in court. I was also last year before, I tested positive for HIV. And I do have mental health issues, which I'm not receiving proper medication for because the jail does not give those medications. And also my vital loads have to be checked every month. I have doctors with Holmes and Hawksworth. And as I said, I do have means to show up to court. I will be at court. I can't afford bond, but I can afford to come to court. I can pay for transportation. I can do that, but I don't want them to take permanent custody. Right now, I've been granted visitation 10:30 to 2:30 every Friday. I have my CPS worker's number. She let me know that if I were to get out today, then I can go see my daughter Friday. I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks because of other situations with the temporary foster family. But I promise you, sir, on my ancestors' eyes, that I will be here.
Ms. Hose, this isn't a situation that you just last week or last month or even a few months ago that you didn't show up. It's been 1 year and 4 months that you've been gone. You're telling me you didn't have access to a phone to call somebody up here?
I did. I called that probation officer at the time.
Did you think that this was just going to magically disappear?
No, sir. No,
Okay.
sir. No.
Look, first off, I'm not going to grant you a bond after having absconded for 1 year and 4 months from 5 months from your previous bond order. Second is there's no victim hasn't been notified of this today, so the request is denied. All right, that's all.
this is still a sentence.
You're going to be held in the county jail pending your sentencing. I'll reconsider if Mr. Swift wants to file another motion and notify the victim in the case. I'll reconsider it, but at this point in time, you're going to sit in jail. That's all.
No bond.
Man.